I've taken a few inquiries from a number of teachers asking about any apps that can help understand global warming and the impact that humans are having on the planet. So I've got 3 apps on one web page, which, if nothing else, will create discussion. One of them is really cool to look at, so we'll just quickly bounce through them for you. The first one we will take a look at is one called Facts of Global Warming. Now, isn't one of those apps with lots of bells and whistles and tricky and fluffy things in it. It's pure information, but it's a really good, convenient way to be able to access all this kind of stuff without needing to do multiple Google searches and all those sorts of things. Puts all the information in a really, really simple place. Things like historical records, for example. There's words and a bunch of other things that you can follow through on, but one of the things that I really like about this app is you can make it a bit easier for the students to see. And also take in conjunction with the annotate over everything function within the Promethean. You can also start to highlight certain areas, talk about things, snapshot it, save it in the gallery, move on to the next thing. So that's Facts of Global Warming. Let's go home. The next one to have a quick look at is Survive Global Climate Change, which is always a good idea. Now, this is sort of presented as a bit of a game, but it's not really a game. What it does is it sets up a premise and then gives you some talking points that you can get involved in. So we'll carry on with that one. If we go to Brazil, for example, we get the opportunity to run the story, which is about 30 seconds long. It sets the scene. We can learn more discussion, so here's some discussion points you can get into, and there's also a quiz on there that you can take advantage of. So a really nice, simple way to start a conversation, get some discussion going, and have the learning wrap around that. The next one is called Global Climate. Now, my understanding is this draws data from the NASA service, so it's real-time information. We might as well put New Zealand front and centre on this. The graphics, when you blow them up, aren't overly fantastic, but the point that we're trying to get to here is the learning, the conversation. So being real-time information, actually we'll grab that one. Wind, for example, this will give you an indication of the wind currents that are going on around the world. Again, take advantage of the annotate over everything button, and you can start building your own story for a conversation. Pretty, huh? Anyway. Again, nothing overly flash about it, but you can develop it into a story, a conversation yourself. And finally, and I find this is really, really cool. This is a load of information, and it's also designed, where are we? Here we go. Clearnet.org, as it says up here, Climate Literacy and Energy Awareness Network. There is a load of information in here. Teaching information, which is something that's always valuable, about the science. So it puts a lot of effort into helping you understand the wheres and the whys and the how-fors of this particular website. I'll let you climb in and have a look at that yourself, because you'll probably understand more about it than I would be able to explain it to you. Clearnet.org. But what I really like, and I go to this website whenever there's a storm or anything approaching New Zealand. So this is real-time information about the airflows and the air currents and winds around the world. It is sucking the data straight out of the server, so it can be a little bit slow. It's simply a web page, but it's really dynamic, it's really engaging, and it can be really mesmerising too. I hope that helps.